black n- Go back to your country. We don't welcome black people. Black people should go. You look so ugly with your dark skin color. Go back to your country. Do you eat watermelon? I'm going to send this to my boyfriend because he's white and he's your master.
So I assume you guys were able to sit through that video I just showed, and despite how petty this may seem, this is the exact reason why I will rather climb Mount Everest before I put a straight wig of human hair on my head. Because every time I wonder, what is the mindset and ideologies of the person the hair came from? Most of these straight wigs come from Asia, a place where anti-blackness is normal, and since I also believe in energy transference to an extent, this is why I do wonder if black people's dislike for their own hair is spiritual to a degree. So, you all know the drill: like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will get into the video. I am starting to believe that black people's hate for their hair is partly spiritual, partly cathartic, due to the transfer of bad spirits, energies, and intentions. And I'm not someone who likes to get spiritual and all. I'm more of an earthy, grounded person, but our position as black people has had me thinking, especially as a black woman. And might I say, disclaimer, I know someone will stumble on my video to comment, not all Asians are racist to black people, don't generalize. To that I say, I know, but I'm going to talk about this since it is a throbbing problem. I know not every Asian is racist, so please save your energy. If the shoe fits, it fits. If it doesn't, chill out. Okay? Okay. I'm starting now.
I won't where you say, bitch. I mean, sitting, going into a party if you good.
Bitch,
you been staring at me
with your fake ass eyelashes.
I don't give a fuck. I don't
Get out of my face, you fucking.
As you can see, these two wonderful ladies are having a disagreement. This happens in California. Police are investigating an Indian lady for doing too much.
If you've ever wondered where human hair extensions come from, then listen up, because I'm about to reveal the dark secret behind their multi-billion-dollar industry. See, there are two main ways hair is collected. The first is by scouting it from underprivileged girls in places like Vietnam, India, or China, then removing it from their heads for no more than $7, and that's only if you're lucky. The other alternative is that it's been collected from a variety of public drains and then processed into bundles. After these disgusting collection methods are completed, the hair then travels to salons around the world, where they charge anywhere from $700 to $4,000 to install it.
One thing that is obvious is that Asia indeed has anti-blackness, like most places in the world. Now, some black people, to some of you it might shock you. Me, on the other hand, anti-blackness is not something that surprises me or makes me cry. I have accepted that as a woman of African descent, anti-blackness comes with the territory. You won't catch me being emotional about racism. At this point, if you are black and still don't understand that black society has no friends or allies and only has itself when things get real, you are lost in the sauce at your own will, because everything around us has shown us our reality in this world. There is no outside unity, there is no POC coalition. It's nice to think of, but in reality, it's just us. And if you want black society to progress, you might want to understand this quickly before reality disappoints you and your ideas of life. When it comes to these lace fronts, these bundles, these human hair wigs from East and Southern Asia, I need you all to step back and notice the anti-blackness woven into these cultures. And I talk about this in my video called Black Women and Asian Hair. It's not flattery, it's embarrassing. So check that video out when you guys have the time. These people, for the most part, do not like you like that for you to degrade your natural hair like this. Telling the world you wear Asian hair and not white and tea people's hair is not a flex. It's just as bad. You did not eat by saying that to the world. You are still pedestalizing non-black beauty at the end of the day, rather than your own. When I see videos like this, I truly wonder what energy black women are wearing on their heads and whether this anti-black and anti-black hair rhetoric is partially a result of cathartic energy transferring. Think of it this way: if this is the mindset of these people and you wear the hair that grows from their head, okay? You wear the hair that grows from their scalp. You cannot tell me you won't pick up that anti-black essence, even for a split second. And you can parade all day long to Y and T people about how you wear Asian bundles, but if it's one thing Y and T and non-black POC will unite over, it's anti-blackness. They are unified in disliking you, and you will wear it and boast. This is why when I talk to some black women, I wonder if they are possessed by the spirit of slave masters. The way you all talk about your natural hair, it's so bad. I don't even have to go to a racist person to hear it. I can just go to the average black woman, unfortunately, calling your hair all types of nappy and bushy. Some of you, when you're angry, you get mad and you call each other monkeys. Does that sound normal? Does that sound like normal behavior at all? And it's so ironic that the 70s was one of the most soulful eras for black people. Coincidentally, this was when we were wearing our real hair. I'm not saying the era was perfect, but there was some healthy acceptance of self that I do not see a lot now. Yeah, the 70s is not nostalgic for a reason. Correction, the 70s is nostalgic for a reason. Just had to put that bit in. Anyways.
How racism in Korea sent me back home in 2022.
Okay, now that's out of the way. This happened to me in 2022. And I know that some of you guys have shared this story on my behalf. And I had a lot of people in 2022 telling me that people are sharing my story, blah, 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 blah. But honestly, I appreciate everyone who shared. Like, I don't care that you guys shared the story. In fact, I wish that I also had the courage to share the story myself. But when all of this was happening, I became like very sick. I became very stressed and I had to go to South Africa. I had to move out of this place. So there was just a whole lot of things going on because this man right here was scary as hell. This man hated me, guys. Like, and he literally even said it here that he is warning me. And he wasn't joking because every chance he got, he shouted at me, like everywhere. Like if he saw me, he would shout at me. He would scream at me. I do have videos that I'm going to upload, right? But I just want to share my experience and just, I don't know who it's going to help, but racism in Korea is a real thing, as we all know. And I don't know. I feel like I've always wanted to share this, but I just never had the energy to do it, you know? And just finally tonight, because I was telling my friend the story, and I'm like, you know what, actually, because every time when I share the story, I just get people being so shocked, you know, like, that really happened to you? Yes, it did happen to me, guys. So it was just a random day. Honestly, I do not sleep. I have crazy insomnia. I usually keep up with South African hours instead of Korean hours, right? So I'm usually awake like midnight. And those of you guys who know Korea, it has thin walls and like apartments are just so close to each other. So you can basically hear everything happening in the neighbor's house. That's how that apartment was. Like it was worse than any apartment I've lived at, you know. And you could also hear people just walking up and down the stairs. Like that's just how it was. So it was just in the middle of the night. I think the time was around 3 a.m. and I heard someone fiddling with my door. And I'm just like, what is going on? Is this person drunk or what? But like the noises were just too close to home. You know, I could hear that like, no, this is literally happening on my door. But I was like, whatever, I'm not going to check because like Korea is safe, right? Nothing is going to happen to me. And then I just go to sleep, honey. When I wake up in the morning and I'm leaving for work, not in the morning because my work started at 1, in the afternoon. So when I was leaving for work and I closed my door, surprise, surprise, a note for you, beautiful black girl. You are such a beautiful queen and welcome to Korea. Okay. I mean, that's a joke. You guys can see it right here. So a man said, don't be loudly, sound a footstep in the night here. It's not a place to live alone. He didn't end it there. And he said, you black, beautiful queen, right? Right. So then I'm like shocked, scared for my life. At that point, I didn't even know that this meant like, I am warning you, girl. You better kneel walking up those stairs. Stop walking, okay? Stop using your feet to walk because you're an animal. You're not a normal person. You should actually be crawling down the stairs. Do you understand? I am warning you. I didn't know what it meant, but I was still just like, I'm dreaming. No, this is a dream. This is not real. I took a picture and then I went to work. I mean, at that point, I froze. I froze. I was like, no, this is not happening to me. This is not happening to me. You know, when you experience something and you're just like, no, I'm in denial. This did not just happen to me. Hell no. Like, no, not me. You know, I know that these kind of things happen, but no, not to me. You know, I was just in shock, in denial. I didn't want to believe that something like this had happened to me. But I went to work. I mean, I sat down for a moment. I didn't know what to do. And then I had my colleagues at the time. They were from England. They were 2 white people from England. The race is important in this, you know, context. So then I show it to the girl. I'm like, girl, look at what I found. And the girl is like, oh, girl, no, this is your door. And I'm like, girl, this is my door. Because we lived in different buildings, right? She's like, girl, no. And I'm like, girl, yes, this is my door. Somebody left this on my door and I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. She's like, girl, you got to tell the Korean teachers, okay? And then I go and tell my Korean teacher, my Korean manager at the time, right? And then I tell a girl, this is what I found on my door. What should I do? And then now I'm starting to get furious because I'm like, no, this is actually wrong. Like, this is actually unacceptable behavior. You know, now I'm starting to feel what I'm supposed to feel. Like, the shock is just leaving my system and I'm starting to actually be like, huh? I just shit. How dare you? You know? And then now I'm starting to feel the anger, you know, I'm starting to realize what happened. And I tell my you know, obviously they try to play it down like, oh, maybe he doesn't know what it means and stuff. And I'm like, no, there's no way. This person knows exactly what they're talking about. And I need you to contact the boss lady and tell her what happened. Because like we had a manager and the boss lady was not in our branch most of the time. That school ended up messing with me. Listen, the story continues. As I said, this is a series. If you guys are interested, just let me know. I will tell you guys the whole story because I have the energy for it and I am ready, okay? So then I'm like, tell the boss lady, I want to take this up with the authorities. I want to report this man to the police, you know? At first, I just thought, like, obviously the man is just going to come home, come to my house, bring like a peace offering and say, girl, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know that it was offensive to call you, like, black, you know, blah, 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 blah. Right? So that's just what I thought. I was like, okay, the situation is just going to end soon. It's not a big deal, you know? He probably really didn't know, as some Koreans claim, you know? So then I tell my boss, I'm like, baby girl, listen, I'm not happy. I don't feel safe. I need to go to the police station. Girl is like, okay, don't worry. I'll come tomorrow. We can go together. And I'm like, oh, look at her. She's so supportive. She's so nice. Listen, there's a plot twist, okay? Don't get ahead of yourself. So Miss Lady comes the next day. We go to the police station and she drives me to the police station. Super nice, right? And then obviously it takes forever because they don't have a translator, but we open a case and we have to come back, I don't know after how long, because they didn't have a translator. So the translator was going to be available at this date and whatever. So then I had to go back alone. I mean, which I understand. Honestly, I feel like her going with me that first time was like, I support you. I agree with what you're doing. Just do whatever it is that you want to do so that you can feel better. You know, I'm here for you. I was very happy about that, honestly. And then the second time I went, reported my story. And, okay, in the meantime, nothing is happening to the man. They cannot get a hold of the man. They're trying to call the landlord. What happened, right? But the landlord is like, oh, the man is nowhere to be found, which I think was a lie. For days, they couldn't find the man. He lived in that apartment. I could hear that man breathe, okay? Okay, so the man wasn't available, right? And then I reported my case. I have my case number, which I lost, by the way. But I'm not interested in reopening this case. I'm just telling the story because I just want to move on from it. And I just want to raise awareness. And I just want to help whoever that I can help. And I just want to let you guys know what's going on in these Asian streets, okay? In these Korean streets. I don't want to attend to this anymore, okay? So the man was nowhere to be found, right? And then eventually they found the man. Okay, so when they found the man, they spoke to the man, asked the man to apologize. The man said no. He said no. Okay, he said, I said what I said. I said what I said, and I'll do it again. I just beat my tongue. Who's talking about me? So, to be continued tomorrow. Katele Kuluma Uhlungu.
Now, in this day and era, ever since we have started taking these straight wigs from Asia, we have been falling off as a people. And I do believe this is partly cathartic. Watch this, because this may be where some of you get your lace from some bundles from.
There is no group of people that hate themselves like black people.
Here we go!
Why do you put on Indian human hair? Can I ask? You know how we get that hair? When nothing goes right in the life of a Hindu person, they go through a ceremony called Tansho, where the priest in the temple incantates all the bad luck they are facing onto the hair, because for them to cut hair is such a taboo. But so that it indicates a new phase of metamorphosis, they shave their hair clean. They used to burn that hair because they understood they're burning all the bad luck, until they realized the stupid African woman wants to put it on their head. So you buy your own bad luck and you put it on your head. So I think I'll leave it there.
So they won't burn the hair, they will sell it to you. I said this in my last video, most people do not help you when you are vulnerable. They will watch you and see how the vulnerability helps them emotionally or financially. That's why so many make money off black self-hate. That's why they can sell us cancer-causing relaxers and toxic synthetic hair and can go unchecked and live their best life after. Because a lot of you like it, you hate your hair texture. The bit that sends me is finding out about them putting the negative energy in the hair and then selling it to us. Sell it to our community. They are selling us bad vibes. So not only are other groups willing to sell us physically harmful hair products, but they will also sell us spiritually harmful products. You don't know what karma or bad luck this person had before they cut their hair off, and it won't be from just one person. Most wigs have hair from many different people, so you take up multiple bad luck and karma. The person may have been depressed, barren, unable to make money, owing karmic debt. You don't know if the person who cut that hair off for your wig had a good heart, but you wear it. And we all sit there and wonder why the black community is the way it is globally. This has to be spiritual warfare at this point. It's these darn wigs. I can't prove it, but I bet it is. I've never liked them. They always gave me the heebie-jeebies. Now, I see these videos and it kind of justifies why I don't like human hair wigs. You don't know if the person who cut their hair off is evil and did people wrong. And now that they are paying karmic debt, they can't take it, so they go to these temples to transfer the curses and bad energy into the hair. And the hair is sold to black women after. They won't even do an extra ceremony to transfer the bad energy of the hair into a piece of bread. They can burn that easily, but no, they just sold that demon-possessed hair. I don't care what anyone says, my fear of human hair wigs is justified. The culture over in Asia, it's lovely, but it is saturated in anti-blackness to an extent, and I refuse to wear that hair. I'll admire straight hair from afar when it's growing out of an Asian woman's head, that's all. Wear it? Nope, never. Between the exposure of relaxers and Kanekalon hair being allegedly cancer-causing, this energy transferring on hair takes the cake. Imagine being physically and spiritually set back. I know some of you might hate what I have to say, especially since you have that 32-inch bust-down wig in the corner of your room watching you. But just for a second, ask yourself, do you really feel that way, or is that the spirit of anti-blackness inside you? Just a thought. Because some of you look black and talk like a Triple K member. This video was only made to inform people on where human hair wigs and bundles come from. It is not to be discriminatory. I know many will be offended before taking time to see the point, but it is what it is. I don't like sounding like a conspiracy theorist or spiritual freak, but I had to rant about this because somebody had to say it. Anyway, I'm out of ideas on what to say, so do the usual like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.
I'm sorry for saying this, but the truth is that Thai people, they are always racist. Like, you can slap me in the face if you say it's a lie, because they grew up with it.
Yeah.
They think it's a joke, that they always take it as a joke, that come on, like, it's just a joke, it's nothing serious, because they don't really know what it means. Like, even the person who's saying it, that you think he's like, or she is a racism, they don't really know what they're saying. They don't really think that they are like racist. They don't know what they're doing is racist.
White man is living inside of you. He is in your mind. With every book you studied in school, he snuffed inside the tiniest little crawl, this little fit in your head. And I don't know, maybe he has even entered our soul. We need to investigate. But we have a mission. The first mission, before you and I can get together, you need to get together with yourself, armed as we can get, with the best weapon, the highest, most up to the point technology weapon, and go out and get this white man out of your brain. And I have got